lovely.
Yay.
Join with computer audio. Hello.
Hey, beauties, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm excited to talk to you.
Oh, we're pumped.
I don't know if you can tell.
I feel it. Okay, I have Victoria and
Angela.
Angela.
Yeah.
Okay.
I go by Vicky.
Amber.
Yeah.
Vicky. Okay,
Vicky. Yeah. That's easier. I just feel like I'm getting in trouble if it's Victoria.
I have kids that say the same thing. Don't call me that.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in trouble. I'm like, but that's your name.
Yeah. No.
It's so funny you say that because my name is Amber, and like everybody growing up who was my friend would call me Am. Like it was just Am. And so, but my husband Matt will not call me anything but Amber. So it's like why are you calling me that? I hate that. So I feel your pain. Like I'm like, yeah. Doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn you up here.
All right.
Okay,
We're just
and I just
working on our lighting and our setup.
okay, perfect. And I just checked, so this is not recorded on my end. If you're recording, that's fine. It's not on my end.
Okay. Did you want to do that?
Yeah, hang on.
Cool.
I want to do
Oh,
that.
we have the tablets in mine as well.
I'm going to put that on. Okay.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Okay. Yay.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Okay, so we've got an hour and it flies by. So
Oh.
I want to know, what are your goals for today? So are we doing like clarity on present, future stuff? Are we connecting to people who have departed? Are we blending it up? Are we talking auras, energy? What are we doing?
People.
People from the past.
People. Please.
Dearly departed.
All right.
We want to know who wants to chat.
We're gonna see what happens here. So, okay, there might be people you're hoping and expecting, and there might be people who you're not that will come through as well, as you know. So, I'm gonna just go and see who's here.
Okay.
They're gonna let me know because I feel it mostly, so I'll feel it and let you know what I'm getting. And then if I don't get it that way, I might be like, okay, I have to share something about myself in order to give you the idea of what I'm saying. So you know, birth months, passing months, anniversaries, or like number of children, siblings, they may give me like numbers or colors, but I'll go through that with you as we go because, you know, it's hard to remember all this. And I don't get anything negative, so everything that comes through, even if it sounds like it's a challenging conversation, it's usually because they're giving you a different perspective or that there's time to change or shift to something. Any questions? Any questions?
I don't think so.
Okay, if you know who I'm talking about, please let me know, because otherwise I'm going to keep going in circles until you hear something. Okay. All right. I have a father here. So I'm just hearing like I'm just feeling something in my stomach. Like I feel kind of like woo, like I don't even know how to explain woo, but like kind of like butterfly-ish in my stomach. Liver, pancreas, kidney.
Okay.
But I'm in there. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, okay. So there's something about happy birthday. Like, so they're either just acknowledging like their birthday just happened or is just coming up, or I'm saying it about you. But there's something about birthday or birth month or birthing. No, birthing's a weird way to say it. So it could be like pregnancy that's coming up or pregnancy. But 7 or July.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
Now it almost looks like I just wrote that, like, well, I'm writing it now, but I just saw hope, like, written out, like, in huge letters, like, hope. This is, like, okay, who said this makes sense? Sorry, I didn't see you because I was looking at my paper. Okay,
Yeah.
Angela. Okay, so this is, like, if this is for you and it makes sense with you, I've got 2 things happening here. 1, my heart just went crazy. Like, I just got, like, this woo in my heart. Like, and then 2, I got hope. So that would be, like, everything I'm going to say to you today is likely going to come back to the energy of hope, which
Okay.
would be about things that are coming for you, things that are happening, and things that your loved ones want you to remember, to have, to hold is hope.
Okay, so what might be helpful to Amber? We're sisters.
Okay.
That
all
might
right,
be helpful
so
for you to know.
That is helpful, yes, because it looks to me to be the same energy, right?
Okay.
So that's why I was like, I don't know who said yes because I can't figure
Yeah.
out the difference between. So
Yeah.
that makes sense. Okay. All right. But when I look at yours, Vicky, it looks like Joy. So there's
Okay.
like Hope Angela and Joy Vicky.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, they're both good vibe energies. One isn't worse than the other or whatever. They're just like the energy you're vibrating at and the story that's going to happen with you guys for this year is a bit more that way and this way.
Okay.
Now, when I'm seeing this man, it's so cute. So there's a man who just walked right between the two of you, right over here. And he's got like this little hat on. Like he's got like, I don't know what kind of hat, but it kind of reminds me of like, you know, like an older style hat, like maybe not a ball cap kind of thing. And he's like on the shorter side. Now I'm only 5'3" and shrinking actively, so I am short too. So he could be taller than me, but still on the shorter side.
Right.
He shows me kind of almost like dress pants and a belt. Like he's really focusing on dress pants and a belt. He's also like the one that keeps talking about his belly. I don't know if it distended or there was swelling, but he keeps focusing on, oh, look at my belly.
So it's some of it sounds like it could be our dad.
Yeah.
And he did one of his secondary or tertiary cancers was in the liver and bowels.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And so did he have like swelling of the abdomen at some point?
no.
Okay, so there's might be two people that are coming through.
Okay.
One father figure that showed up at the beginning that was
Yeah.
kind of giving me that woo-hoo feeling in my
Yeah.
gut. And then the other one where he looks older. I don't know how old dad was, but this man looks older, the one that walked right between the two of you. He would probably remind me more of like a great uncle or like grandfather, great grandfather even. Like he kind of looks older.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, he's full of piss and vinegar, I'm going to tell you that. Like, he's
Really?
just like, he's like, I am here, like, let's get down to business, I got things to do. He's like, I want to go tinker in here, and I got to go over here, and I'm going to go to the deli, then I'm going to go to the bakery, I'm like, why are you going to all these different stores? And he's like, I have to go to the different stores for the different stuff, I'm not going to the same thing. So he seems to be like a really busy person, or his routine when he was living was very, like, methodical and systematic. Like, it was just like, here's my routine, and I'm sticking to it.
It could be our grandfather, but
don't think so.
not really. Like he was a little bit more laid back. Like, but he did.
There's a
Yeah.
J or G sound as well.
J or G sounds. Yeah.
This guy almost makes me want to say Jerry, Gary, Greg, George, Gerald, like that G or JR sound.
So it could be our dad's dad, but we didn't know him, so I bet it doesn't mean that it couldn't be him.
Absolutely. There's going to be people that you might not have even met here that could come through for you guys today if they're the right person for the message. So what he's saying is, get into a routine, have a plan, like allow yourself extra space and time to hold space for living. So this might be for both of you because I'm not really seeing one over the other. And sometimes this will happen where they're coming through to remind us of, yes, we have our jobs. Yes, we have our partners. Yes, we have stuff, but we also have to make time for living. Like we have to do our groceries and pay our bills and run errands. And like, if we're not allowing ourselves space to do so, we close it off a little. So he's kind of coming through and reminding us like, there are things we might not want to do, but we need to make space for them.
Okay.
I think it's more Vicky.
Okay.
That's like might be both of you, but Vicky, I think I'm seeing you most of this. Now, this could be like where I see you juggling like responsibilities with fun. Like it's almost like one extreme or the other. Like so it's kind of like in between would be doing like the mundane things that you might not really like to do. Like
I feel a little called out.
Okay. Now so your dad's energy, when he comes through, he really does put emphasis on that space in his body. But he also does this, which takes it away, which means that there's nothing that's like physically like stuck with him, or he's not dealing with something like that. But he is showing me three numbers, 479. So I don't know if it's like 49, 47, or I don't know what 479 would be, but
Okay.
July, we already had a 7 in there, so
Yeah.
4 and 9 could be like additional. So 4 could be April or October or the fourth day of any month, or 9 could be September or the ninth day of a month, or 4994.
Okay.
Now, he shows us this in response to a black car. Now, there's something about somebody's car. It reminds me of like a Buick or a Chevy or like something like that, where I feel like I'm in it and I'm driving, but it's like a luxury vehicle. But I don't really know how to explain this. Like a 4-door sedan, maybe bigger than we think, kind of older. I feel like when I'm trying to drive it, I'm trying to like it. I feel like it's pulling. Like I feel like it's heavy. Also, he's showing me sitting on a couch, and like I can see, I think one of you laying on a couch, or like I don't know if it's him that's on the couch or one of you that's on the couch, but he's showing me something about being uncomfortable while he's sleeping, or uncomfortable for sleep because, but on a couch or something.
Okay.
How do you connect to March?
March.
Yeah.
It's my son's birthday.
Okay. Do you know what he's doing with sleeping, like not sleeping or having trouble sleeping or like awake during certain times? Because I feel like the sleep thing and the March person is the same thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and who's the T sound? So, like, I'm Amber, but I would hear that as an R sound. So, like, say, Matt would be a T, or like, instead of like, say, Tom.
Oh.
But there's like a T or a D, like a D sound.
I'm not sure.
And then the number 2.
Oh. T sound is Ted.
Oh, no, last sound. Not a
oh.
first sound.
Oh.
It could be because there's a D at the end as
Oh,
well.
it
with
could
Ted.
be.
So yeah,
Okay.
that could be. That's a tricky one because it's at the beginning and
Yeah.
at the end. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and do you know if Ted connects to 2? So 1, 1, or 2. So 11 or 2 or February or November.
When was his birthday?
December.
No, yeah, his birthday was December.
His
1 or 2.
daughter's birthday.
Well, yeah,
is
his
this and this.
yeah, that could be our grandfather, Ted.
Okay. Okay, there's a couple things that are going on here. First of all, you're heavily on with a masculine energy that's coming through today. So there's a lot
Okay.
of men that have shown. I don't even think a woman's shown up yet. So I've got lots of men that are coming through in terms of whether they're living or past or whatever. There's lots of energy for even your son. Like lots of energy coming through. So what this is telling me is that it's more important that we talk about like it's like a systemic generational thing. So I've got to look at it in a different way. I got to look at it from the bottom up somehow. I don't know what you're telling me here. Okay, I'm like getting twins. There are 2 people with the same name, or 2 people with the same birthday, or twins, like actual twins. But there's like 2 people with the same thing.
Okay, so that could be a couple of things because we named our son after my maiden name.
Okay. Oh, cool.
So that could
Okay,
be that.
Yeah.
Or it could be the twins that I miscarried very early.
Okay. If this is where I'm going with this, either one right now could make sense, because what they had me to do is start at the bottom of the generational tree, and they're making me go all the way back up it, which I'm just gonna have to tell you has never happened before. I've
Okay.
never had somebody go like, "Oh, you gotta start down here and go all the way up."
I feel like that's probably more my son then. I think.
Okay. So But they could also be acknowledging the twins because this was specific as well, like where there's two people with the same thing. So even though you named your son after your maiden name, I feel like more compelled that they're talking about twins.
Oh.
Now, if you lost them, then that could be just their way of saying, like, generationally we have them on the other side with us as well, and that's why it's important for us to start there and then move our way up. Because they acknowledged your son and showed us about the sleeping, whatever the sleeping thing is, and also like swallowing or choking or like mouth. Like I almost feel like there's something with, I don't know if he's like, what is that? What did he do or have, or if he is currently? But something about like swallowing, choking, or like
I don't think so.
yeah, I can't misunderstand that. So like it's almost like I'm just swallowing saliva. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I know it's like hard to. Have you ever fallen asleep and then you choke on your own saliva? It's like that.
Yeah.
Like kind of. But I'm actively swallowing, which means that either something's wrong with my teeth, I'm not eating solids, or I am having trouble swallowing.
I mean,
Dad
he's.
didn't eat solids.
Oh, yeah. Our father didn't eat solids in the end. Could that be it?
Okay, so it's dad. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when he's coming through and he's talking about the generations at the bottom and all the way up, he needs you to know that he's holding your guys' generations in his hand. Like he's saying he's taking care of all the younger generations. And that's important to know because he shows me being too young to enjoy them while he's here. Like he's almost like saying, like, I transitioned too quickly, so I didn't get to be here with them through this. So he's saying, like, it's important out of anything if my girls just leave knowing that I am aware of their family, I'm aware of the generations that have come, like, you know, that keep coming, and that I'm caring for them. Like, that's what he needs you to know.
Okay.
Yeah. He's showing me 25 or coins, so he does leave coins for you guys too. Yeah, he does leave the coins. He's also pretty sneaky with too because it's like random places, like you just looked there and then all of a sudden it's something has popped up, or he actually is also leaving quarters and toonies and loonies instead of just dimes and nickels or whatever. But he's saying like he's trying to get creative with it. Yeah. He also shows me 222 and 1111, 1111, 222 and 1111.
Okay.
So he also, and I think Angela, you're the one that's going to be getting the repeating numbers more so you have to watch for those. So 444, 333, 222, any of the repeating numbers.
Uh-huh.
But he's saying like he's trying to get you. Your brain is really analytical. Like you have to have cause and effect and proof and like point and case, right? Like so. Case in point, so he needs to get to you in a very visual way where it's like there's no way I can't misunderstand this is how he's communicating with you.
Okay.
Where Vicky with you, he's more of like feeling, like it's like a feeling comes over, like you're just like, okay, I can get, like I feel it, I know it to be true. So he's gonna communicate with you guys differently, but also to the same intensity, right? So even though it's different for each of you, it's to the same intensity. He needs you to know that he's equally in love with both of you. Like it's like there's equal love. Like he loves you both. He's like, I love all my family. I love all my family. He shows me a snake, and the snake means transformation. So he says to me, his soul has transformed. He had a transformation process. So he went through layers of that while he was still here, while you witnessed it, and then he went through it after. So he does need you to know that he transformed or went through this transformation. His soul is on the other side. It is in heaven or whatever you would call it, but he's making me specifically say it aloud, which means that one of you needed to hear that. There are no regrets. He has no regrets about anything to do with anything, except for just showing up and being here longer. Like he regrets that he's gone, but he doesn't regret anything that he did while he was here. There seems to be some confusion about his illness. Like he's saying, like, we didn't really know right away, or I wasn't told right away, or somebody feels like we didn't have the right information. But he's saying, like, there was that, but I didn't do it I didn't do it purposely. Like it wasn't me saying I'm just not telling you. So he said it was kind of like all of us had to go through that at the same time. But again, he's saying it all happened the way that it happened, and he couldn't change the outcome of it. were one of you supposed to be like? Was there a wedding at the time he was dying? Okay. Because he's saying to me, like, again, with the transformation and the snake reference, he's saying to me, like, I'm sorry for the timing. I'm sorry that this was happening around the timing of this, because he said, it's like I'm watching this night, like this horrible movie. I can't pause. Like, it's like I'm watching this, like he's showing me almost like, terms of endearment or something horrible. We would just want to turn off this movie and it won't stop. And he's saying, I can't pause it. I can't stop it. I can't slow it down. So he's trying to tell you, like, okay, I thought it was going in a different way. Hold on. I thought he was going to tell me, he's like, because he keeps putting so much emphasis on I couldn't stop it, I couldn't slow it down, I couldn't change it. To me, he was making me feel like I'm sorry for the timing and all this stuff. But also at the end of the day, he's saying, thank you for you pivoting, like you pivoted. So he's saying thank you for you pivoting.
You're gonna cry.
No, I'm not.
Oh no. So he says that he also says blue jays.
Oh.
Yeah. Bluebirds or blue jays or whatever. I don't know where you
Yeah.
are on planet Earth. I like they're bluebirds.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't know that was Dad.
He's telling me it is, so I don't know.
Yeah, no,
if it's
that-
all the time, but,
No. Yeah.
what is it about the credit card, you guys? He said pay the credit card. If you understand it, that's fine. You don't need to tell me, but he's like, pay the credit card. Oh my freaking God. Put the bra back.
Put the bra back.
Donut. I have no idea. Your guess is probably better than mine.
Okay. And that's coming from him?
Right? So here's the deal. So what I just thought was, if you open up, have you ever gone to like La Vie en Rose or La Senza or something, and then they have stuff on top, but then there's little drawers underneath? So it reminded me of that, where if you're gonna buy one, but then you open the drawer to take one, or you're buying more than you should or something, or it's never put away, so he's like putting it back. I don't know. It's like I'm opening a drawer and I see everything there, but
Okay.
we'll wait for that.
That's
I don't know.
okay.
Yeah, like they see everything. So, yeah, I don't know. That's the same thing. But also, who's doing renovations or had to like renovate something? Because they're showing me like almost like creating a plan, executing it. Like,
That's
okay, perfect.
that's always me.
That's always you. You always like to do that. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, God love you. So when I'm seeing this, he's saying that he knows that you're doing it, or something is going on with it that he just wants you to know he's part of. And also the best laid plans. Oh, also he made me see chickens and like. Okay, I could see this two ways. One where there's like a dairy or like egg intolerance or allergy or something, or I could see this as like where I don't know, it's kind of like two things. Your chicken's coming home to roost or something like that. He's saying something like that, like a chicken reference. But also I thought too that eventually you'd be living on a farm or have some sort of acreage, like not an actual working farm, but like where I can see you having space around you.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry, you don't have to milk cows or anything. Like,
Good,
it's
because I'm not
That's
going
not
to.
happening.
That's not my vibe.
No. Also, how do you connect to being a teacher or teaching?
I'm a teacher.
You're the teacher. Okay, all right. So when I'm seeing this, like your dad is showing me a change in rule for you. So like whether you're changing your work or you're taking a break or you have to do something different than you're used to, but they're showing me like pivoting and having to change and do something like you really didn't plan on doing. There's also something like down the road where I feel like you're going to maybe not be a teacher or you're not doing it where you are currently doing it, but there is a big change coming.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, this is connected to 4, so either like within the next 4 years. I don't think it's 4 months because that seems way too soon. So it has to either be like 2024 or 4 years. And just to clarify, a big change when it comes to work and say teaching, it could be like you go into administration, or you have to go from like say teaching a class to doing resource or support, or instead of working in Niagara Falls, I'm working in Toronto or something like that.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Are you at a new school, or did something just get built? Or is there like a new program?
Maybe?
Okay, because that's what I was looking at too. I just didn't know, because it was like, I was seeing like almost like brick and mortar too, so I thought maybe I was like switching back to Angela for a second, but then I was still with teaching.
No, it's not really new. I mean, I guess it's considered a new school. It's only 10 years, but
Okay, well, we'll leave that and see what
okay.
happens, because it may actually be an actual new like school. I
Oh,
don't know, like,
interesting.
yeah. Okay. And Angela, you're very entrepreneurial. So there's
Yep.
very much this sense of like having to create your own destiny, your own fortune, being in control of your own stuff, right? So they're showing me like branching off and doing something new. It's like your dad saying, no, just grab up as much as you can and pull it close to you. So there must be like some expansion that's happening within you. But they're saying, like, be abundant, have that attractive mindset, like, pull it in because it's all coming towards you.
Okay.
2024 will also be a huge year for you in terms of finances
Okay.
and growth. Now, there is something to do with either financial advising or planning or like investing or something, but like how you pull your money in or where you put it or how you divide it up is going to be kind of challenged next year
Okay.
or between now and next year, but it seems to be in terms of abundance and growth and expansion. So whatever you're doing or whatever is going to happen is going to be good.
Okay.
And I heard real estate.
Yeah. I am in real estate.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, you've got to be doing really good on where you're going on because you're on the right path. Is what I'm hearing.
Good.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
Yeah, you can't go wrong there then. So we're good. Now, your dad is telling me that you feel like you were not able to say goodbye to him when he passed. Now, the weird thing is, I can hear you saying it, but I don't know if you're saying you feel like you couldn't or you missed it or the timing, but it's almost like he's saying, we knew but we didn't know, or I was there but I wasn't there, or like,
Yeah.
like it's, I can't hold on and it's slipping away. And he said he really needs you to know that he was spiritually present and that everything that you felt and said and needed to have transferred to him was.
I missed it.
Yeah. I was there.
So-
Ange didn't make it in time.
So I'm gonna share something. When our souls, so like say even minutes, sometimes days, but like in your dad's case, in this case, it was only minutes. His soul was actually able to be with you and with you at the same time. So you, Vicky, might have noticed moments where he was coherent and then not, or like you felt like he was there, but then felt, because you're very feely, so you might have felt like, oh, this is it, and then it wasn't, because he was with you at the time. So he was like, I'm here, but I'm there. So even though you physically missed being there, he was not absent of you, Angela. So his soul was able to travel to know to be with you at that moment. He just needs you to know he did not miss what you needed to say or that you were there. That's what he needs you to know. And I know you're mad about it because he says, like, you're furious. And so, or you were, like, it was fury at the beginning, but it seems to be some sort of miscommunication, like as if someone said, well, just go home for dinner because everything's going to be fine, and then you go home for dinner and then it wasn't fine. Like, it's like when somebody says, oh, they're only at 5 centimeters, it's okay, go home and like go get something to eat, and then you come back and the baby's coming out, and 2 seconds later it's like we couldn't predict it. But it seems to be that there might be some, like, a little bit of like resentment towards somebody who might have, like, otherwise told you a different information than what actually transpired.
Yeah, he wasn't
He wasn't
he
supposed
wasn't
to
supposed to die
then.
then.
The doctors had, like, just days before said he had months left.
Yeah.
He didn't.
So yeah, so that could be the anger from the doctor's perspective of, like, because I feel like you're so pissed at, like, the misinformation, or like somebody swaying you differently and then it went a different way. That's where he's saying to release that to him, because he doesn't want you to carry that, because you're carrying it in here, like it's very heavy here. It might actually be so heavy you're having heart palpitations, or you feel like there's a push in your chest at all times. Like, this is that energy that you're carrying. So he says, I don't want my baby to suffer. Please let her carry. Give it to me. Also, Vicky, you did everything right the day that he died. You said. You made all the right choices, you did all the right things, you were there, and you did everything right. So he needs you to know that it was a huge ass responsibility that laid on your shoulders that you didn't want, because I can feel you going, somebody just help me, somebody just be like, why am I here for this? Like, why? Like, I can feel the panic and sense of, like, just wait, like, what's happening? Like, almost like you weren't even gonna be, yeah, you're not ready for it, but also you can't wrap your head around what the hell to do next or what's happening. But he's saying you did it. I gotta tell you too that I know this is hard to get because it happened to me in my life too, and I just, as much as I know it, it's hard to understand, because we, as a human, we want to do something different. But the people that they chose to be with them when they die are the people that need it for their life's plan. The people that aren't there don't need it, or it will be more detrimental to them if they are there. So sometimes they choose to die at a time where they're like, this is the moment where I need to do it for this person. And sometimes that means that the person who was planning to be there wasn't, and the person who did not plan to be there was. And he wants you to know that he has so much joy that you were able to do what you did that day. Like, you were able to be strong. So he says, like, your shoulders are bigger than you think. He does give us, like, also, like, a blackbird just appeared. It was almost like it watched him. Do you know anything about seeing a bird of prey almost leading up to his passing?
I don't remember, honestly.
I can't tell you if it's like a big one, like a hawk or an eagle, or if it just looks like a blackbird, but it's like he's there. Who's P? Like Pat, Pamela, Peter.
It's a good question.
Okay. P. I could also get Papa for P, but I thought it was like somebody who would be living. And R sound. So Ron, Roger, Rachel, R.
Oh, we know a Ron.
We know a Ron, but I doubt that it would be connected.
The message is, I'll just give it to you just in case it makes sense to you later, but it was something to do with a motorcycle or off-road vehicle or something.
Okay.
And some sort of connection to an injury as a result of. So say just randomly they're bringing up Ron as just a side note because they're here today. It could just be like saying, hey, watch out for, or an old injury is acting up because of, but there's something to do with like our and like an old accident for an injury or something. Okay, now
actually, that does make sense.
Does it?
Yeah, Robert, Uncle Bob.
It could be Uncle Bob.
He was in a
Okay.
super serious accident. It was a long time ago, and we don't speak.
Okay. So it could just be like because Dad's here today, he's just bringing up something that could be related or unrelated, but somehow you're gonna find something out. Either you're gonna hear through the grapevine that something's happened, or he randomly run into him at a garage. I don't know, but like usually the reason that something random comes up like that when we are so disconnected is because something's just about to occur, or you just had something pop up.
Okay.
Where's your mother? I just heard, where's your mother? Where's your mother? Can I ask about your mom and pancreas or pancreatitis or insulin or diabetic or?
Diabetic.
Diabetes, yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right. When I'm seeing that and I'm seeing so much love and energy around that part of the body, it's like where she would hold her energy or how she would process her energy or something. Like it just feels like I'm hearing it as for her whole life, like even little kid growing up, this is where she would hold her energy, is like right above, like in the pancreas and in the upper abdomen. And also always tense in there. Like I feel like she's almost like always tense in that spot in the solar plexus. What I am hearing is something to do with being very cautious of the circulation in the feet and specifically the left toe.
Okay.
Toe is very general to me. It could be top of the foot. Like, don't like. It's not going to be like pinpointed on the tip of the toe, but like right in that spot, left. Now, also, did she just go on vacation, or was she back and forth, or did one of you just go on vacation or not see her for a while and then connect? There's something about away and then connect.
Interesting.
So mom died at the same time, roughly, as dad.
Okay, so they have a separation and then so then that would be the separate. No.
Like it was.
Okay,
only
no.
I'm going to tell you exactly what she said. She said that there was a disconnection and then a reconnection. So when she shows me this and she says that she wasn't here and then she was here, or she was like away and then not, she could be saying that she was away from your dad and then they reconnected.
Yeah,
it was like it felt temporary because it felt like a small vacation or a small, like it didn't feel like years.
Yeah. They were in opposite hospitals while they were sick, and they would just literally go back and forth between hospitals.
Yeah, they didn't get to see each other when they were sick.
So this is why your dad's saying, "Where's your mother?" Because I literally felt like I couldn't find her. Like it was like, where is she? That because it's weird for them to say, "Where is your mother?" Like it's not like I'd be like, "Oh, they're bringing up your mom, or your mom's energy is here." It's like, "Where's your mother?" But this is important about her foot or her circulation. So do you remember what would happen with that?
They just got super swollen when she was sick.
Yeah, she was very. I mean, she was very well. She was very unwell when she died. So, but that's
But it wasn't her diabetes.
Yeah.
Okay, but it hurts. Like my left foot hurts. So there's something she's
Your left
trying
foot?
to say.
Interesting. And it's her specifically? Like, is she or she?
Well, it was your dad saying, "Where's your mother?" and then showing me your mother's foot. So unless it's your dad that's talking and then just showing me that they're together, but it couldn't be. It would have to be like either who I'm speaking to or who I'm speaking with.
Interesting.
Like for instance, it would either be you two or them two, but not anyone else.
Is that your foot?
No, it's not my foot.
No. Left. Oh. That's Jackson.
I think that's my son. Are they talking?
Left foot? Left. Okay, if it's the left foot, hold on a sec here. Okay, because I heard be very careful about the left foot, specifically the toe, but I also went up the left foot a bit. It was like when I was talking about your mother. It's interesting because there's something like genetics. Like I'm looking at genetics here, so hold on a sec. can you just, and I'm not saying at all about anything medical because I'm not a doctor, but
Yeah.
I'm looking at energy and I don't know how to interpret it. So if I was hearing from her about, and her showing me her foot, but it's your son's foot, and then I'm hearing genetics, it could be something that your mom had that your son may also be mimicking in his life. So say your mom's story might be playing out in your son's story. It doesn't mean health stuff. It could just mean things like he's going to hold his energy in his solar plexus, or because you name, is this the same son you named after your maiden name? So again, that makes them their spirit guide. So again, they could be playing that out as a spirit guide because you've named them after. But what I do want you to do is pay more attention to him playing out your mom's side of the family versus your dad's side or his dad's side.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know if that's good or bad.
That's very interesting. No, it's good. I want to know what else she has to say about that.
Okay, all right. So basically showing me, one, his sleeping patterns are horrible. What's with his mattress? Or like bed, or change of mattress, bed, something or other situation. And also, did you change the positioning of it? Like instead of it facing one way, it's facing another? Or does he keep
He keeps switching.
Okay, because it's like I'm like north, east, west, south, like he's like spinning around or something. Okay. So he can feel things just like you can. So here's the deal. He's an empath.
Yep.
Super highly energetically activated with emotion. Very emotional. Like heightened emotion, like frustration, anger, happiness, joy, like all of it, like all of it. Was your mother also like that? Like, did she have heightened emotions and stuff? Because she's saying like he's really kind of almost like her in how she's doing it. And who was adopted or had like been raised by someone else?
We've been waiting for this part.
We were waiting for this part.
Oh my god!
We just
That's
found
crazy.
out. Okay, go ahead. What is she saying?
That's crazy. So she was talking about somebody being adopted or being raised by someone else or having a different bloodline, but basically she was acknowledging that she knows this, like she knows of the adoption.
Okay.
That's it. That's all she was telling me.
That's it?
That's all she's saying.
Mom, come on.
What the hell was that? There's two parts to it, she said. There's two parts. Or two, I don't know if you would call them parts or people or situations, but there's like two she's showing me.
Yeah.
Also, I'm like blindfolded and in the dark, so she's kind of like having me spin or like something, and it's almost like, you know, if you like did like spin around and pin the tail on the donkey, it's almost like a random draw or something, like a random.
Yeah. No, this.
Again, if I haven't experienced this in my life, I'll see it in like this hard way because if I don't have it, I'm like, oh, I don't know. I'm gonna get figuratively what she's showing me. So
that
makes a lot of sense.
Rings very clear now. It might not have done 2.5 weeks ago.
Oh my god.
Our mother was adopted in a private, closed adoption. And so
was her firstborn that we just found out we have a sister.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
So two adoptions. Two adoptions.
Two people, two situations.
Two peoples, two situations.
Yeah, two. Oh my god, that's insane.
And
okay, so and you didn't know till 2.5 weeks ago?
No, and we already had this appointment booked, so I was like, what is gonna happen?
Oh my god. Okay, so she knows you know, because even if you didn't know, you'd be like, Amber, I don't know what you're talking about. We're not like if you hadn't had this happen, you'd be like, no, there's no adoption, there's no two situations, two people, no, and then you would like, yeah. So she's telling you that she knows you know, and she's confirming it. Obviously, I mean, there's no There's no way around it. She's confirming it. But also, I think to validate that there's only the two of them. Like, I think that's also important. Like, so there's, I mean, probably just the one sister and her, the two people, versus are there any more
Okay.
people out there? And do you know that how she connects to 41 or 14? So
41
let me
or
tell you,
14?
41 or 14 could also mean January or July. It could also equal 5, which would be May or August,
So that could,
or like,
yeah, so that could be, we found out again our first sister that we just learned about is born in July.
okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, now that, so then she's validating that. So then also, genetics. Okay, so here, yes, okay, the genetics, because she's telling me about the genetics, and then she's showing me like, wait a second, and then I went into adoption and all this other thing. Like, it started going off on this tangent. Because she doesn't know about the genetic, because I was seeing things like so your son playing out things that she had on her side that was genetic, but she's saying to me that she didn't know, and she showed me like something. Okay, this is separate. This has nothing to do with your son at all. Nothing. Just to validate, nothing. But she's saying like we have MS in our side of the family. Like she's saying MS is a part of that.
Okay.
So that was something she didn't know.
Okay.
That she knows now because she's on the other side and knows this information.
Okay.
Who's Louisa, Luigi, Lois,
Lawana?
or Lowana? Yeah. Who's that person?
So that's Mom's sister that's been looking for her since 1996, and we just found her. She found us 2.5 weeks ago.
Perfect. She's the one that would know more about the MS or the auto, like, okay, it's like I want to say neurological, but it's, to me, neurological could be lupus, MS, Parkinson's, Lou Gehrig's, all those kinds, right? Like, so something that affects the tissues, nerves, muscles.
Okay.
She would know more because she told me it was the aunt, an aunt that would have had that information. So if that's the Elsa.
Okay.
She is like completely sorry for all of this misinformation. Except for that, she's kind of like hiding her head a little bit. Like, I don't think she ever wanted you guys to find out, to be honest. Like, I think she was cool with you guys never finding out. And it seemed to be some sort of shot in the dark or dartboard kind of throw of how you even found out in the first place. It almost reminds me of like if somebody does a genetic test to do something, but they find out something else randomly or something, like, or like your cousin's DNA was in there and somehow it connected to like it feels like it's like a real big shot in the dark.
Okay.
Also, not really certain you're gonna like everybody that comes to you.
Oh.
Yeah. Speaking of cousins, there might be some cousins that are not cool with this or like not really like sure about it or not like what, like, even though they found you, it seems to be they're like, what do you want? Like what are you here for? So just be aware that that's a process that has to happen. It doesn't have to be a make or break of a relationship. It's just the process because it's new for everybody.
Okay.
Your dad said go slow with it. And yes, he knew.
He knew?
Yeah, you're getting yourself in trouble there. He said he knew. I don't know, maybe he knows now, but he said he knew. Yeah, he said he knew.
Wow.
Dude, didn't see that one coming.
Yeah. I was asking him, like, do you mean you know now? But, like, he just makes me feel like I knew. Like, he didn't know at first. So, like, he's kind of making me feel like, you know, if something comes out later or you know, and now we're in it, so we're doing it kind of thing. Like, it wasn't like I was at the beginning of all of this, but I feel like he found out later, but was in it. Like, now you're in it.
Okay.
Do you know something about a birth certificate with a footprint. Is that something that's coming up recently?
I don't know.
Did you find your mom's birth certificate?
Nope.
Okay, I think there's something that's coming with a birth certificate or a certificate of like I know like on real birth certificates they didn't put the feet like the little foot mark, but there's something that shows me that. So I don't know if it's like the hospital. Actually, you guys are doing this. This is what your dad just said. Your dad said you guys are going to be actually going to the hospital your mom was born at to get information, and it's going to give you more information about her. And I don't know why and I don't know how, but there's something about you guys like investigating a little bit more.
Okay.
And how does she connect to like a different province?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Her birth mother was from BC and flown to Toronto to live with her aunt until she had the baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Okay, so your mother is like telling you some things to know that like so to validate that she knows, but also is more of just very kind of like emotionless about it because she's just kind of saying it to you as a matter of fact to get it out so that she's not like full of emotion with it. Because she said that it wasn't something she wanted to do and she did not like it.
Okay.
Okay, I know we're talking about two separate we're talking about two separate adoptions. So I just want to be aware that this is the generational trauma that's coming down. Remember Dad said we have to start at the bottom and work our way up because I said to you guys that there was generational stuff that was going on here. And I said I've never really been shown it that way before, and now I completely understand because I had to start at the bottom and go up in order to understand why we were getting here.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of generational stuff coming. So the mom that gave birth to her did not want this to happen, and she giving birth to her daughter didn't want this to happen. So it was kind of like replaying. But there was no choice, is what I heard. Like no choice. And the firefighter or fire? This would have to be with something to do with her that side of the family, I guess? Like the adopted side?
Maybe.
Don't know.
Okay, we'll give it to you anyway in case it makes sense later. Like maybe somebody says, oh, Uncle John died in a fire or something. I don't know, but there's something about John and a fire or firefighter. And interesting, here's your farm. There's somebody who actually from that side of the family is coming through the farm, like pigs and goats and doggies and all this stuff. So there is actually a farm reference on that side of the family.
Interesting.
Yeah, you guys got some stuff that's coming out.
Yeah.
Vicky, it's coming out of your right side of your back, like your lower right, like mid side. Okay, like right here.
Yeah, that's where I carry it.
Yeah, that's where I can feel it. So when I'm talking to you about it, I feel it there. And then when I'm talking to you about it, Angela, I feel it all in here. Like it's all here. So just like being mindful of like we know that we'll hold energy in a certain part of our body, but we also have to know that we have to be aware of releasing that. So it's almost like when you feel it, like breathe into it and release it out, or you can even like rub it. You can do this too, like put your hands this even when you have a headache, just put your hands with your palm out. Palm out is releasing, palm in is pulling in, so be careful which way you put your
Okay.
hand. And your dad said move your bodies, you're not moving your bodies enough, like so move them, and that will also release stress, like the energy you're storing. So Marguerite, something Mary.
Margaret?
Yes. Whew. And sorry, Denise,
Danny?
or Danny. Okay, yeah, that might sound better than Denny. Margaret, Denny. And wait, am I talking aunts and uncles. Like, what is this connection here? Sorry, I'm looking at what was messing me up was I was seeing my mom's sister and brother. So I was like, okay, my mom has 2 sisters and 3 brothers. But then she showed me her dad's side of the family. So there were, like, say, uncles to my mom. So there's something to do with that. But I also have to tell you that my mother was estranged from her father's side of the family. So there's also that.
Okay, so Margaret is our dad's sister, and we do not speak.
Okay, all right. So see, that's sometimes I have to go down that road in order to get to the message. But when it comes up, though, I feel like I was having trouble breathing. I was like you could hear me go, ugh, like that. But I don't know if they're talking about her actual breathing, lungs, or issues with health, or if there's something along the lines of, I know, there's like old karma there. There's karma there. So this might be coming up for you guys too. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. Energetically, I'm being told you guys have a lot of generational stuff that's coming. So whether it's mom's side, dad's side, a random person's side, I'm not really sure, but like you're going to have a lot of generational stuff that's coming up. Some you're going to understand and accept, and some you're not going to understand, and you're going to have a little bit harder time working through. What I want you to know is that the reason it's coming up for you guys to heal the generations is because you want to heal the next 7 and heal the last 7. So mom and dad are no longer here to do so, but you can heal their generations through this work, and you can also prevent and heal the next 7, which is your children, their children as well. Because generational karmas, like contracts, can extend. So say it skips you guys, but it gets your children, or skips them, but gets that one. So it's 7 backwards and 7 forward.
Got a lot of work to do.
So so you ladies are the ones, like you're on the stage ready to shine. Like you guys are the ones that can do it.
Okay.
Okay, and 2 things. I got one where I see a partner showing up and being there and present and helping, and then one where somebody isn't and separated from it. So I feel like either on Angela's side, I'm getting the separation from it, and on Vicky's side, I'm getting the force behind it. So there's something about like keeping separate or pushing and supporting forward. So there's some sort of like dynamic where it's like say Angela, you're backwards for a little bit and Vicky's forward, and then all of a sudden Vicky, you step back and Angela steps forward. But there's something about like almost like a flow between the 2 of you of how you guys are navigating this.
Okay.
Okay, and are you meeting your sister on someone's birthday or special occasion, or was it like a holiday? Like, I don't know what this is.
We met her on the family day weekend.
Oh, yay! Okay, so again, your mom knows that you guys did that because she was showing me like a celebratory kind of occasion. And that's where the hope comes from. So if you add hope and joy together, you get peace. Hope and joy equals peace. So I know they're telling you that you will find peace because with hope and joy coming together, you guys are going to create peace. And that is what the goal is for you guys and your families, is peace.
Okay.
And that's being able to hold space for it all. Hold space for the challenging stuff and hold space for the good stuff. And then, so that's where we go backwards to Vicky, where you have to hold space for all the yucky, mundane, boring crap, as well as the fun, exciting, the other stuff. So it's like balancing. I also can see you guys getting help. So I don't know, especially maybe starting with Angela, did you hire somebody to help you, or do you have like an assistant, or is there something that you're like looking to, like a house cleaner or something?
Not at the moment.
Okay, well, you're first in that, then
great.
Vicky next.
I'm here for it.
Help. Yeah. So it's like, I don't know, some sort of like yeah, assistant or helping or cleaning or organizing or something, but I can feel like it starts with one and then goes with the other, and then all of a sudden you guys have your priorities kind of like freed up a little bit. You have some space for yourselves. And also, I heard Jamaica, so happy Jamaica ing.
Super.
I'm okay with that.
And I heard happy anniversary, but I got it for September or 9.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
Okay.
That applies to actually both me and, well, no, not me.
Just you.
Just no. Well, 2009, but not the ninth.
Yep.
Mom and Dad
Yeah.
were the ninth.
Oh, Mom and Dad were the ninth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, any 9, the year, the month, or the day. So, oh, actually, Vicky, you're back. Okay. If you are not careful, you're gonna get like sciatic pain or like actual like pain. So just chill out on your back area there, like
Okay.
yeah, rub your hands together, put your hands on your back, like loosen up or whatever. But I'm hearing them say you're like one bend down away from like actual cramping up here.
Ooh, I don't.
And
Okay.
which one of you just had like a kidney stone?
I did.
Like a stone? Okay, so it is you that needs to be very careful with your back because that's where your energy is getting stuck, and we don't want you to be like out for the count here, like bedridden, cursing the day you ever had a back.
Okay.
Okay, you guys want to ask any questions?
Do you have any questions?
Is there anything we can take to our new sister specifically?
Oh, yes. Do they want to let her know anything?
The first thing that I wrote when you asked was love. This is important because the message earlier was that this wasn't a choice that they seemed to have and that they didn't want to, but it was different back then. It was different. And so there was a lot of regret and remorse and shame and hurt and like I feel like your mother was very powerful because she was trying to activate her personal power because she didn't have any power in her earlier years. So she kind of like activated it to the core. And that see, now she's getting a little bit okay. When your dad said that he had no regrets, your mother's a little different. She said that she had regrets every day about things that led up to now, even. But these were not as a result of her. There's something that she needs to say that I feel like I'm capturing with her energy and her emotion. But if I were to put that into words, I would say this wasn't because of you. Like, my choice was not because of you. You are good enough. You are the best. Like, almost needing her to know, like, this wasn't, like, why was she given away and you guys were kept is what I keep hearing. And she said that it wasn't about her. It was the circumstance. So bringing nothing but love. And she does ask for forgiveness from all of you. And she said, I don't need it right now. One day I hope you can. And put yourself in my position because it wasn't something that I ever wanted anybody to know.
Yeah, she already has that from us. Nothing but support.
She said, I didn't expect anything less from you guys.
Oh.
In the most proud way possible, not cocky. Like, very proud, like, of course, like, of course I do. And she loves all of you. Like your parents love. Okay, it's kind of crazy that they died very similar time frames, because they seem to be, like, even that short amount of time felt like I have to go. Like it was like that vacation feeling. Like I'm just like missing you for a little, but I have to go see you. Like it was kind of like an energy of like I miss you. I have to come see you. I've missed you. So I want you to know they're together too. Like yes, they came together to talk to you, but they are also together. And your dad said, "Papa don't preach," which is hilarious because it's like the Madonna song, "Papa don't preach."
That's what I said. I said that.
What?
Yeah.
I
Just
said
a few
that
days ago.
just a few days ago. I was like, I feel like Mom was the Madonna song. That's what I said.
Okay, yep. And that's the mic drop right there because like
I just said that.
what the hell? So again, in my world, that would mean they're listening to you. They know all your thoughts and feelings within reason. They don't care about your intimacy. They don't care about your private things that, you would want privacy for, right? But they do know your feelings. They do connect with you. And these are ways that come through that let you know that. Yeah. But I know that nothing less than love was given by your parents to you guys, and everything that they did was in your best interest to make sure you guys had the best in life, and they don't regret any of that. And they just said, take care of my babies, meaning like the grandbabies. Is there 2 more coming?
Our sister has 2.
Oh, okay, so then she knows about them too. So please, Angela, let her know, well, both of you, whoever, but
Yep.
like you asked, that she also knows about those too. And she's watching, like, they are watching over all of you guys. So, yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
It's amazing.
Wow.
Holy crap. Oh my gosh. I'm glad you recorded this because also this is really hard to remember.
Oh yeah.
All of this
We're
stuff.
frantically
Or things that
scribbling
didn't
notes.
make sense.
I have like 8 pages. My hand's totally cramped.
Yeah.
Look at mine. Look at the map.
Yeah, that looks about like our
Yeah.
about like our life.
That's like our like.
It's a good
My
depiction.
writing is neater
Oh my
though.
God.
That's a good depiction, yeah.
Oh my gosh. I love it.
Oh.
Well, thank you so much for letting me connect to your family and to you guys. And you guys have great energy about you. So, like, there's nothing but good things coming for you. And even if it's challenging, you're going to bounce right back. So they got your back. Don't forget to ask them for help too, right? Like you can say, can you give me guidance? Can you help me? Can you show me the way? And then forget you asked. And then just go about your life, go about your day, and then wait for it because they'll give you the signs through, whether it's the coins or the birds or the, big bang on the head to say, hey, we're here, listen, pay attention, whatever it is. But just trust that they are definitely watching and they will communicate with you the best way too. Because I feel like also like, yeah, well, the songs too, but like listening to the radio or something on TV, and you could be saying like, "Oh, I wonder if this," and then someone on TV answers that, and you're like, "Whoa, I just asked that," and then they're saying it. So just all the synchronicities.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like that.
This was a good birthday present. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, happy birthday!
Oh,
It's so belated.
3 years ago. This was
Yeah.
for my 40th.
This was supposed to be, but then we couldn't do it because of my son's foot. And then COVID.
And then COVID.
Yeah. So this was supposed to be her 40th
COVID.
birthday gift.
Oh my gosh! Well, happy 40th!
Thanks. I'm gonna have 3 glasses of wine for that.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Yes.
One for each year.
Yeah.
Yeah, one for each year. You just need to celebrate. Celebrate it all. Awesome. Well,
That
thank
was
you
wonderful.
so much.
Thank you very much.
No problem. You guys enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy everything else that's coming for you.
Thank you.
You too. Take care.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, shit, that was good.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna stop this recording now.
Yeah.